Welcome. My name is Denise Williams, and I am joined in this heart centered approach to your money map with the awesome Denise Francis Robinson. How are you?
Hey, brilliant, brilliant. And you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm so
Mm,
grateful to be on
Nice,
this journey with you. And
nice.
you
And
know
I,
why it's a heart centered money map is because so many of us have issues with our money, right? And but the heart is the seat. The heart is where everything we desire resides. And so we want to make that connection in a very soft and easy and relaxing way. And so now, woo, I love this. We
yeah.
want to create the shape and color of your income. Oh my goodness, Denise, this is a hot one. Because
Yes,
let me all I see is dollar signs, right? Isn't that it?
yes. Well, that floats your boat. That does it for you. That makes you see the bigger picture of you. And that's fine. That is fine. But we're just going to be more creative with it. And how do we make it into a nice little art piece? And how do we make
Yeah.
it a moment where you love up yourself a little bit more?
Oh boy, I love that concept. Love up yourself. I love that concept. But you and I share. I'm a financial coach. I deal with numbers, but I also see how people are self-sabotaging themselves, how money, is something that creates such stress, such
Yes,
quiet desperation. So I am so
true.
grateful to be teaming up with you on how to use this as self-care, how to use this to love your money just, a little bit more. And of course, romance yourself because you're making a date with yourself. And I love that concept too, because sometimes as entrepreneurs, we're so busy making the money, we forget about ourselves, So that's something. And of course, I consider
Always.
this, and I really hope you'll join me, and I can suggest that these activities to bring in your cash flow with creativity will empower you. They will empower your money. Okay. So you know that this is lesson 3. So you would have heard about me, and I know you would have heard about Miss Den.
Mhm.
But I want to ask you, Den, when persons hear, or they feel or they see a change in their life,
Mhm.
sometimes, as we've all experienced, sometimes you get a strong pushback with your money.
Yes, yes,
The
yeah,
anxiety is
yeah,
beating
yeah.
you up,
Yes, yes.
and worry is beating you up, and
Mhm.
can't see your way out.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that very obvious shift in your life,
Mm.
how do you coach your clients in terms of creativity?
Well, what I always say then is that, when you step up to your canvas or your visual art journal, you actually are stepping into the potential that is yet untapped. It's like a stepping through into the unconscious. So that when you are deciding to just lay some paint on the paper or do some scribbling or just explore what it feels like to place one color over another, it's a space that brings you into almost a meditative situation. And
Right.
in that space, you'll find that, clarity around certain issues. Like I would do a little lesson on a word, using one word, and you breathe into the word. And the amount of times that you write the word, that you color the word, for some reason, at some point, all of the things that are around you fall away, and then you just fall into a place where new insight, some clarity, some new idea would pop into your head, you know? And so all you're really using this creative process to do is to step into that doorway and trust the process to allow new ideas to emerge. It's not about drawing that house in a perfect way or the figure as it was drawn by Leonardo da Vinci. It's about using these tools like paint, like markers, in the way that you would have used it when you were a little child playing, that time of your life where everything was coming spontaneously. You could create a story around the simplest of things. You have a little carton box, and that box will become a fort, the box will become a shield, and so all of these ideas came through with play. And so I'm really just inviting people to play with the artistic or the creative process and allow for that moment to bring through whatever it is that you need in that moment. It's not about the product now. In the moment, what am I bringing through? What am I tapping into? What is there to allow me to see beyond my current reality?
I love that because guess what? These dollar signs
Yeah.
tend to be, or the cash, tend to be our only images. But again, when you think about earned income, as for a lot of us, that's our major cash flow. But guess what happens when we're entrepreneurs? We don't pay ourselves.
Mhm.
So that is something I encourage my clients to do, pay
Okay.
themselves,
Yes. Yeah.
because the truth is you are working for yourself. But what image
Mhm.
is that? For me, would you believe, instead of saying this is the image of that, the cash, it could actually be for me the image of a heart. Because now I love myself so much that I'm working not just to take care of my family, but I'm also working to take care of me.
Yes. So
So
you center on your heart.
yeah. Another thing again, these income streams are profit, income from buying and selling, which is what a lot of us as entrepreneurs do. I
Hmm.
mean, you could be buying and selling, I don't know, auto parts. You
Hmm.
could be buying and selling trees or flowers. You could be a florist, right?
Yeah.
Buying and selling. And could it be then your symbol for cash flow is maybe a flower? You
Hmm.
know, if you're a
Hmm. Hmm.
florist, it doesn't have to be what your career is.
Yeah.
But all right, so what if you are someone who uses their hands to make things?
Hmm.
Now, if cash flow, you're using creativity to bring in cash flow, but the cash flow isn't coming in the way you want it, could this exercise relax your brain
Hmm. Hmm.
point
And
new
allow it
ideas
to make the
come?
connections. Relax and allow
Yeah.
for the connections. Yes.
Yeah. And so from you, instead, if you're a creative, maybe this is not your symbol, but maybe your symbol could be
Like
sleepy
your
eye.
mandala, the mandala behind you.
Oh my goodness, is that my, oh Lord, I love the complexity of it. That's just me.
Yes. But
Um,
what were you saying as a creative? My symbol could be. I
oh,
overrode.
I was saying maybe sleepy eyes because you're a creative, you're always looking, you're always peeling out your eyes but maybe creatives not relaxing, you
Yeah.
know, because you're always on the edge to, do something else.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Some new ideas are always popping in, and yeah,
Yeah,
that,
yeah. And then
that is true.
royalty income, of course, is the income of other people's using your idea. So maybe your image is a brain or a light bulb, you know?
And then as well, what I want to say is that even though we're speaking of some of these real life images, flower, brain, light bulb, remember too that we can just create our own shape. We can innovate our own symbol that has just that personal meaning that, this is my interpretation of how
Yes,
it looks when I have
absolutely.
income flowing. And so when I put it up on my wall or when I'm turning pages in my visual journal, I'm reminded of that. I'm put back on the track where I might be getting distracted by daily things. And we know what those things can be. When I look at this image that I created, this symbol or this shape or these colors put together, that's what I think of. Yeah. So it can be that as well. So I'll probably, in our little demo, I will show what that can look like too.
That's right. So, and also, again, as an entrepreneur, you're building cash flow, okay? Because that's the lifeblood of your business. No cash, no business.
Yeah.
And so remember, there's dividend income, rental income, capital gains, residual income. And now, the question I would ask a client is, in building all these incomes, what's the support? And so for me, while we're working, I did a tree. I don't know, does that look like
Oh,
a tree?
nice, nice. And
And you
the tree is symbolic of so many things, of family, of stability, of community, of transformation, of production, abundance. So we say that the money, yeah, but then all these other things, you know, that
yeah,
that explode that whole idea, that concept. So the
yeah,
tree then becomes a beautiful representation for you when you want to think of that income, all the different branches, all the different streams,
exactly.
you
And
know?
and as I said, if
Perfect.
you come to this space as an entrepreneur and you may be stressed, I really want to encourage you to give your mind a rest from this very common image, and let's look at some free drawing and the shape and color of your income. So then I'm going to turn over to you, because let's make the magic.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that. And I- now what is left for is just for us to make it, because I think that what you delivered a while ago, then, and the interaction between us, I think pretty much spoke to it. What the intention is, that idea of making, with color, with your marker, with your pencil, with your pen, making a symbol, making a shape, making, a little composition that when you look at it, you feel what it feels like to have that. What my income will look like. I want it to be big and bold and bright, and filling out that paper. Maybe that might be it, or it might be some other symbol that gives you this sense of growth or expansion. So without any further ado, let's do it. Just center yourself a little bit, just rub your palms together and just do that breath in and relax, and breath in and let go, and one more in and let go. And we are here. We are just here. Let's put on the blinkers. Present. We're working for the process. We're creating for process, not for a product, unnecessarily for a product that we will show to others or try to sell, but for ourselves. So in this moment, let us just say, what comes to mind? What color, for instance, will pop up for you as you think about income? People, as they're thinking money, you think green, but we know that not everywhere money is green. There are different, money comes in other colors too. Abundance, can be multiples of colors. So you could even think of that, can I work with several colors? What's a great shape? For me, a circle is always like the best shape. It's just perfect, no beginning, no end, it's round. And then the other shape or the other type of lines that I like are like maybe spirals, because spirals represent things going outwards and expanding. So maybe that could be a way. So I'm going to start out with maybe just a circle here, And it could even just be just sitting and contemplating a circle. What does a circle mean? The circle of life. Things are complete, things are total, um perfection. All of these words can come to you as you are painting or drawing or coloring with a marker. Then I have my circle, and then what I want is like, things coming in, like lines coming in, or maybe even going out, suggesting expansion, coming in, suggesting flowing to me. The abundance is flowing to me. So I'm going to maybe make some of those lines going around. And of course, once I start to do that, you kind of start to feel like, okay, this is a sun. And so, bam, that can be it. The sun is my shape of, when I think income. It's brilliant, and it's there, and it's life giving. So track the thinking now. The thinking was a circle. It's a circle I like. I like circles just because I think they're perfect. Then I want some lines to suggest things coming in and going out. And I did it all around the circle. And as I did that, the sun came out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Yes, the sun came out. And so I find, or for me, that is a perfect symbol for income, abundance, flow, and I'm gonna maybe even dress it up a little bit, maybe put some of my favorite colors on it. So this, you don't have to just be a slave just to doing exactly what I say. Oh, then he said do this, so therefore that's what I have to do. You can judge things up yourself. You can dress it up however you want. You can make it more exciting if you want. Remember, this is just a little bite of a bigger picture, that I share in my workshops. So, you can take the liberty of building on this, building these ideas. Maybe you might even want to, right now, from a stream of consciousness, you might want to write something across this when it is dry. You can write, my income shines like the sun, like something like that. If you dig into your stream of consciousness, your free writing skills, that can come through in a free writing moment. So I would encourage you to do that, and keep painting. Is fun. At the worst, you're just gonna feel like a kid again. Wow, that's the worst. All right, then over to you. I'm finished doing my symbol, and
All
I
right.
want
You
to see
want to
what.
see mine? Okay, fine.
Yes,
So here we go. So
awesome.
I have my tree.
Mm-hmm.
I have the beginning of a mandala behind the tree. So
Okay.
you can see the circle.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But then,
Yeah.
what you have there, you look like you're gonna have to spend like an hour or two.
I know. I know these classes are so absorbing to me.
Yes, yes, these are because
I know. I can't.
sessions here are just designed for a little 10 minutes little vacation in the
I
middle of the
know.
day,
Let me tell you.
or a
But you see,
15-minute vacation in the middle of the day.
I know.
Um,
I am. I'm sorry. I love this. This to
that
me
that
is
is the nature
actually.
of this.
This is look here. This is my financial plan. I am financially planning. No, seriously, you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. Because okay, let me tell you why. How
Yeah.
is this a financial plan for me?
Yes. Tell
Well,
me.
first
Tell
of
me.
all,
Yes. So what's going on in the head while you're drawing and coloring?
sure. Okay, so one of the things I've learned is that a lot of us make plans for our finances and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have strong support.
Uh-huh.
So the roots of the tree says, well, who are the people that are going to support me? So
Yeah.
let's say I want to sell my car, to raise some cash. What's the support that I need to sell the car? Even the guy who cleans the car to make it look presentable is my
Support
support.
system.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Or let's say I am going to do an advertising campaign to bring cash into my business. So do can I write the ad or do I need help for somebody to write the ad for me?
Mm-hmm.
Am I, where am I, what am I going to put it in a traditional newspaper? I'm going to put it online, where is so those are foundational questions I need to ask. Okay. Do I
And
always
so
give the
that's so the
same?
root of the tree brought up that for you, brought up that
Yeah, like, am I running an ad every week because I need the phone to ring? So maybe my phone is a foundational aspect of the idea. So maybe the body of the trunk is the idea. So my idea is bring in more cash by selling items.
mm-hmm.
So now I've listed all that I need. Maybe it's, I can't bother to place the ad every week. So I'm going to have to invest in 6 weeks of ads, and see
Mm-hmm.
what happens. I'm going to have to
Okay.
drive down to the newspaper and place the ads, or I'm going to do it
Yes.
online. So,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
foundation. This is the idea of cash. I mean, of the idea. And the idea is supported. So many of us have ideas and no support.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or we have ideas and we think that we can hand it over to somebody and they'll do it for us. And then that doesn't work out and we're frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, of course, this is the branches. Now, is cash the only thing? What if I want maybe brand recognition would be a leaf for me? In addition to cash, is
So you
it
start to write
maybe,
into the tree. You'd start to write in as leaves. Instead of leaves, you do
yeah,
write leaves. Okay.
or draw some leaves and write on the leaves? You know what I mean?
Right.
And
But
so
that area could be a free writing area where
it could be, but
brainstorm
the
that.
idea is this is my financial plan for one thing in my business, right?
Yes.
So I want to sell my art. Well, what's the foundational thing I need to sell my art? So the idea is sell the art. So when I get the cash from selling the art, what am I doing? Am I taking the cash and paying debt, paying bills, or am I investing in something else to bring in some more income? So this is a financial plan, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, but I'm glad you put, because you see how different minds work, which is what is the brilliant thing about doing this kind of open-ended approach to your creativity, where it can apply however you are wired. So for me, it was just simple: make the circle, make the rays, and I have the sun. You have the tree that my son shone on to grow, and you have all of the details, the fleshing out, so it it can go to different levels. That's what I'm trying to say, that this process can take you into many directions, but best of all,
Yeah.
you get to color.
You get the color, right? And so if you are looking to build out your income in the shape and the color, you could do the sun like Denise. You can do the tree like the other Denise. But
Yeah.
the idea is to have fun, to not be stressed, to not be, just step
Yes.
out of that space
Yes.
because
Open
yeah,
yourself
because
to
guess
more of
what?
you. The awesome
Yeah,
you that you are, open yourself to more of
exactly.
you. And
Yeah, because guess what? We have got coloring pages. We've got a creativity cash flow workbook. And so, we're not just leaving you here with that, right? And so, if you want to reach out to us, our emails are here. Denise Williams, Financially Focused TV, Denise Robinson, DA Robinson 876 at gmail.com. We are ready to support you. And so, yes, I'm wishing you a lot of sprinkles and glitter and light so that you can understand that, the journey to your cash flow can be a creative one. Then thank you and
bye
bye.
bye. Bless you.
Yes.